Good afternoon. I'm Betsy Bodwin.
I'm Brendan Doherty, and this is the Voice of Duquesne Live. The Center for Career Development hosted the 2025 Fall Career Fair in the Student Union Ballroom yesterday, September 24th. A total of 100 employers and more than 625 students attended from 2 to 5 p.m. Some freshman students said they came to see what internships were offered, along with checking out the variety of career paths available for next year. Others claimed they came to see because they had time, so they came to see what it's all about. By coming, they were also able to learn of new employers that they didn't know were in the Pittsburgh area. Asked what went into the planning of the fair, Ken Lawson, Assistant Director and Career Consultant for Pharmacy, Nursing, and Health Sciences, said the Office of Career Development helped to make this possible. With getting parking set up for employers along with helping them unload their cars, to reserving rooms months in advance for interviews, the Center for Career Development spent a lot of time planning out the 2025 Fall Career Fair.
Now in sports. Last Sunday was an eventful one for the Duquesne women's soccer team as they dominated Richmond to open the team's Atlantic 10 schedule. Maya Matesa, Brianna Moore, and Kaylin Killinger all had goals in this one for Duquesne. Killinger was also credited with an assist on Moore's goal, giving her 2 points on the day. The effort was later recognized by the A10 as she was named Offensive Player of the Week. Not only did the team pick up an important conference, but senior Maya Matesa set the record for most goals scored in a single season for Duquesne. Matesa's NCAA leading 11th goal of the season comes at only the halfway point of the season. Duquesne head coach Jessica Gigas said, "I think we all knew that goal was going to come because Maya plays so confidently. It's been fun to be a part of this journey for her. I'm really proud of her for everything that she's doing." The Dukes will look to continue their success right now as they are currently facing off with George Washington University in D.C. Undefeated no more. Duquesne men's soccer team suffered its first loss of the season on Saturday as they were unable to take down one of the nation's top-ranked teams, St. Louis. Even though the team fell short on the score sheet, Dukes fans can still be happy with the team's performance against the projected A10 champ. Coach Brooks said after the game, "Once we solved their press, we were able to create numerous good opportunities in the second half." Next up for Duquesne is a trip to Philly for a matchup with St. Joe's Saturday at 2 p.m. The women's tennis team is off to a strong start in their fall season with 16 match wins over the weekend at the Carnegie Mellon Invitational. On Friday, the Dukes totaled 5 singles wins and 4 doubles wins and continued this performance on Saturday, winning 3 singles matches and 4 doubles matches. The Dukes do not play again until the weekend of October 3rd at the Atlantic 10 Conference Masters in North Carolina and the Martha Thorne Invitational at West Virginia. This past Saturday, the Dukes traveled to Ohio for their second FBS matchup of the season against the winless Akron Zips. The game wasn't pretty for Duquesne as they lost by a final score of 51-7. The Zips would strike first midway through the first quarter on a 17-yard touchdown run. Akron wouldn't look back from there as they would go on a 45-0 run. It wasn't until the midway point of the third quarter when Duquesne finally scored a 1-yard run from sophomore quarterback Logan Kushner. In limited playing time for the Dukes, Kushner has played well, so it will be interesting to see if Coach Schmidt goes with Kushner or the 7th-year senior Tyler Riddell against New Haven this Saturday at 12 p.m. on Rooney Field.
This past weekend, the Dukes triathlon team competed in the annual Duquesne Invitational at Brady's Run Park. The weekend was nothing short of success for the Dukes as freshman Cadence Rabink claimed the individual title and her first collegiate win to lead the nation's number 9 ranked Duquesne Dukes to a second-place finish. The 750-meter swim, 11.8-mile bike, and 3.1-mile run event featured 90 competitors. 7 Duquesne athletes placed in the top 20 and 11 in the top 38, but the effort fell just short of the times completed by the U.S. Naval Academy. Rabinks crossed the line in a very impressive 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 23 seconds time, nearly a minute ahead of the field. Rabink posted the fastest swim of the day at 10 minutes and 36 seconds, added a 30-minute, 42-second bike split, and closed with a race-best 18-minute, 46-second run. This past weekend, the volleyball team hosted the Duquesne Robert Morris Invitational here at the UPMC Cooper Fieldhouse. The Dukes secured a win on Saturday against Buffalo, 3-0, and a loss against St. Francis, 3-1. Head coach Steve Opperman said to Duquesne Athletics, "I thought overall we did a nice job of taking care of business tonight. After a slow start in the first set, our kids battled back and gave a glimpse of what they are made of. We have a nice mix of players on the floor that are really doing a good job connecting. We had really nice balance again tonight and production from so many players. Our focus is to clean things up moving forward and decrease some of our inconsistencies." Junior middle Jordan Robertson was named the A10 Defensive Player of the Week after her outstanding performance at the Invitational this weekend with 19 kills, 12 blocks, 8 digs, and 4 aces. The Dukes will travel to Virginia Commonwealth University this weekend and will return to host Dayton on Tuesday at 5 p.m. This past weekend, the women's swim and dive team hosted the Red and Blue meet. The team is split up into 2 teams, Red and Blue, to compete against each other in multiple different events. The meet is a fun kickoff for the team to prepare for the upcoming season. The Blue team took the win. Senior Sydney Severini said, "The pool deck was filled with energy. It's so much fun competing against each other in a fun environment. It's truly a great way to kick off every season." Recently, the Duquesne women's golf team competed in the Nittany Lion Invitational at Penn State. The 3-day event was a total of 54 holes. Sophomore Sasha Perchochko had the top score for the Dukes, placing 3rd in the event. Over the 3 days, she shot a .214, which is 2 strokes over the course's handicap of .216. This top 5 finish is the 7th for Petrochko in just 10 Division I matches. Duquesne, as a team, placed 15th at this event, shooting a .310 on day 1 and a .313 on days 2 and 3 to give them a total score of 936. Now, let's head over to Morgan Carr with this week's weather.
All right, for this week's weather, we got a little bit less rain, but a lot more colder temps coming in. We're starting with Friday with 35% chance of rain, high of 74, low of 60. Then we're moving into Saturday. We're going to get a break just in time for some football with the high of 75 and a low of 59. Moving into Sunday, we're still getting that rain with 30% chance of rain, high of 75, low of 62. Moving into Monday, we're going to see temps rise. We got thunderstorms coming with 35% chance of rain, high of 77, low of 61, but the temps will be going down after that. So we got sunshine for the rest of that week with a high of 76 and a low of 60. Then Wednesday, cold temps come in with a high of 71 and a low of 53. And then we're coming in Thursday with a high of 70 and a low of 50, so make sure that jacket is near you. Moving into Rome, we're still seeing that sunshine we've been seeing, but we're going to see a lot more colder temps with a lot more wind coming in. So we're coming in Friday, sunny, high of 75, low of 57. Moving into Saturday, high of 76, low of 55, so that's where the temp starts to drop. Same thing for Sunday, high of 75, low of 55. Moving into Monday, we got sun shining still with a high of 75 and a low of 54. Then we're going to get some break from the sun with some clouds, partly cloudy, high of 73, low of 54. Then Wednesday, we're finally going to see that rain we've been waiting for, 55% for thunderstorms, so check that lightning and thunder out with a high of 70 and a low of 55. Moving in, we still got that partly cloudy coming up with that high of 70 and that low of 53, and that's where our low temps will start to be seen. All right, in Dublin, we're getting some break from the rain finally. But those cold temps are still there and it's only getting colder. We got partly sunny on Friday, high 61, low of 49. Saturday, that rain's coming back with 80% chance, high of 60, low of 48. And Sunday, little less chance with 35%, that high of 60 and that low of 46. Moving into Monday, again, some more breaks, just clouds, no sun yet. We got that high of 60 and that low of 47. We're going to move right into Tuesday. Again, that partly sunny. We got high of 62, low of 48. The rain is coming back at the end of that week. 30% chance of rain, high of 63, low of 48. Slight increase in temp with that Thursday. Rain, 35%, high of 63, low of 52. So very interesting. Now back to you guys.
Thank you, Morgan. Duquesne is a non-profit organization on campus, raising money for UPMC Children's Hospital in Bloomfield. Maura Riskovich, the president of Duquesne, says that their mission is to get Duquesne students involved with fundraising for pediatric illness. Friday, The club partnered with Poster Invasion for a pop-up sale. Poster Invasion is based out of South Carolina and is owned by all women and comes to many college campuses across the country. Poster Invasion has partnered with Duquesne for several years. In fact, they were contacting all throughout the summer. The president says, "It's second nature that they reach out every year, and when they do, we always love to have them back." Mora has loved the response from Duquesne students this year, saying they are already having a better start than in years previous. The students at the event really seem to be enjoying themselves and their s'mores in crisp weather at their Ignite Your Flame event on Tuesday night. Nick Cathlin provided a great student view. "I definitely want to donate myself. Hopefully they go around to Duquesne events to help raise money."
Last week on Friday, September 19th, Dr. Liana Fenneberg, Duquesne's Senior Vice President of Student Life, celebrated her 50th birthday. In honor of this, she and her team held a reverse 50th birthday celebration in the atrium of the Student Union. At this party, there are balloons, treats, party hats, music, photo ops, and a wheel you could spin to try to win a prize. That's right, Dr. Fenneberg was handing out gifts rather than receiving them to celebrate her birthday. As the university's senior president of student life, it's important to connect with the students on campus. Dr. Fenneberg takes that to a whole new level. Duquesne employee A.B. D'Amico says the event was about finding a way to marry Liana's love for Duquesne and all things festive. She finds joy in what she does and enjoys being around the student body so much that she organized her birthday party to be directed towards them. When handling student life and well-being, taking a genuine interest in the students can make a huge difference. With an administration member as selfless as generous as Duquesne's Dr. Fenneberg, this party eventually came together and really embodied the so-called Liana spirit.
On Friday, students got the opportunity to meet with Provost Dawsey and enjoy some pizza with Pizza with the Provost, an event hosted by the Student Government Association. The event on the Mellon patio allowed students to connect with Dr. Dawsey as well as other faculty members and SGA members at Duquesne to make connections and get advice about college. Despite it being the first year the event was hosted, Pizza with the Provost had a great turnout. SGA member Mary Paternoster said it was great talking and connecting with students and that the event went better than they could have hoped. SGA has recently made waves to get Duquesne students free passes to museums around the city. Our Madeline Grolmund investigated this and the other discounts students get access to.
Being a college student can be expensive, but Duquesne University has plenty of ways to save money around the city. Now, as costs for food, entertainment, and transportations continue to rise, the value of these discounts has become an important part of college life. From food to shopping to numerous museums, Duquesne offers many discounts to students all over Pittsburgh. For the students trying to cheer on the Steelers or the Penguins without breaking the bank, Student Rush ticket programs can be a win. These offers give discounted access to games, plus perks to help students stay in the loop. The Pittsburgh Penguins run the Get Go Student Rush program, which offers discounted tickets to select games. To stay in the loop, students can sign up for alerts by texting RUSH to 412-534-6266 or through the Penguins app. Notifications let fans know when Student Rush tickets go on sale, and seating and prices vary depending on the game. The Pittsburgh Steelers also host their own Student Rush program, giving students the chance to score discounted seats for home games. While details and availability change throughout the season, students can check the team's official website for updates on when tickets will be released. Student discounts can also be used at numerous museums across the city, such as the Andy Warhol Museum, the Kamen Science Center, the Carnegie Museum of Natural History, and the Carnegie Museum of Arts. How does it work? Just bring your student ID to any of these museums, show it to the front desk, and enjoy a day at the museum with no cost. Hungry? Get the classic Pittsburgher from your local Permanis for a discount as well. Show them your student ID for a discounted rate on your meal. These benefits are brought to us by the Student Government Association, who are dedicated to serving students and improving the Duquesne experience. We sat down with Claudia Simone, who is Vice President of Finance, to ask him a bit more about these great benefits.
So the main goal behind offering these discounts is to make sure that students of Duquesne can access things free of charge. And also, like with Permanis, with getting 10% off, it's nice to get a Pittsburgh staple for a discount. So we posted to the SGA account yesterday, I believe, just talking about the hours of all the different museums and just stating the museums. But we're also thinking about hosting a challenge where we challenge all organizations on campus to record videos, kind of like MTV Cribs style, if you will. And then we're going to do a giveaway. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled on the SGA Instagram, Duke SGA.
From Permanis to the Steelers to the Carnegie Science Museum, these savings give the Duquesne students more opportunities to enjoy the city without overspending. It's a reminder that with the right deals, college life in Pittsburgh can be both affordable and fun. So get out there. Duquesne's wide range of discounts make a big difference. This is Madeline Groman signing out from the Voice of Duquesne Live.
Thank you, Madeline. Are you interested in being a resident assistant next year? Applications are open now. You are required to attend an RA info session prior to submitting your application, so be sure to check Campus Link for more details on when they are happening. Applications close December 17th at noon, which starts the interview offering process. Be sure to keep a lookout for updates in the residence halls, on Instagram, and on Campus Link. Now, here are some strong upcoming events to finish out this week strong. A new club on campus is hosting their kickoff tonight, Paper Hugs Project Kickoff. Join the Paper Hugs Project for their first meeting at 9 p.m. in the Africa Room in the Student Union. The Paper Hugs Project creates handwritten cards filled with support and kindness to send to patients in local hospitals. The Paper Hugs Project mission is to cultivate a supportive and uplifting environment that will bring positivity to our campus and our surrounding community. At this meeting, attendees will make cards for patients and families at the Ronald McDonald's House of Pittsburgh, which supplies the families with housing directly attached to the hospital as their children go through life-saving medical situations.
Food Truck Fridays are back and going strong. They will be continuing every Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. during September and October. Make sure to stop on AWOC tomorrow for a treat. Commuter Affairs is hosting a ping pong tournament on tomorrow, September 26th at 5 p.m. in the night spot. Stop by to grab some free pizza and test your skills to try and win the grand prize, which is a brand new Pro Spin Paddle, kit, and cleaner. All are welcome to join. Right before the weekend starts, relax with DPC's Epic Bingo tomorrow, September 26th in the Student Union Ballroom. Doors open at 8:15 p.m., but bingo will start promptly at 9 p.m. Be sure to come early to claim a spot. Food and drinks will be provided.
Next week, September 29th to October 3rd, join the Duke community to honor Duquesne's 147th birthday. It is a celebration of our spirits and roots with a week of events that highlight the school's mission and values. The tradition of Heritage Week brings together students, faculty, and staff to honor the Congregation of the Holy Spirit, the Spiritans, who founded the university in 1878. Events throughout the week focus on the legacies of Spiritan founders Claude Pollard Desplats and Francis Lieberman, while also bringing together the campus community to reflect on the values that bring us together today. Organizers say the goal is not only to remember Duquesne's past, but to deepen the community's understanding of what it means to be a Catholic university in the Spiritan tradition. Events offered are a 5K run on the 28th, a luncheon, banner making, and dinner on the 29th and 30th, a birthday party on the 1st, and a scavenger hunt on the 2nd, and many more fun events. Check your email for updates from student life and be sure to stop by to enjoy the celebration. Happy birthday, Duquesne.
The Voice of Duquesne Live partnered with Duquesne Duke to help their stories come to life right off the page in a new weekly features section of their paper focusing on Duquesne and Pittsburgh history. Let's head to Josh Imhoff on the Iron City Beer Clock.
Behind me is the newly renovated and newly sponsored Duquesne Brewery Clock. This 60-foot wide structure is the largest clock face in North America and the 7th largest in the world. Iron City may be the most recent sponsor, but it's not the first. Built in 1933, the clock was originally commissioned to be part of a Coca-Cola ad that sat on the Mount Washington hillside. It was built in Doraville, Georgia, and traveled over 600 miles to Pittsburgh by railway. At the time, it was the largest clock face in the world. For almost 30 years it sat on Mount Washington, until 1961, when the now defunct Duquesne Brewing Company purchased the clock and relocated it to its brewery in Pittsburgh's Southside neighborhood. Since then, the clock has stayed put and featured advertisements from multiple companies, the latest being Iron City Beer. No matter the sponsor, the clock has stood the test of time and remains a staple of the Pittsburgh Southside neighborhood. Signing off, I'm Josh Imhoff, features editor at the Duquesne Duke.
For more history content from the Duke. You can check out more about this story in this week's edition or online at duquesneduke.org. Now, here's this week's roundup from Provost Dossey's Academic Insights. Gumberg Library Reopening Carnival. The Duquesne community is encouraged to join President Gormley at the grand opening of the newly renovated 4th floor, now brighter, better, and built with our students' bigger goals in mind. There will be snacks, games, and fun carnival activities throughout the space. It will be held on September 26th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the 4th floor of Gumberg.
Introduction to EndNote is on October 1st from 1 to 2 p.m. Are you new to EndNote? Are you curious as to the benefits of using EndNote over other software such as Zotero and RefWorks? This webinar will provide you with a beginner's look into EndNote, from importing PDFs to exporting and organizing references. Register for the 24th Annual Forensic Science and Law Symposium. All are invited to register for the annual WEC Symposium, Law and Medicine. Topics for the 21st Century, a 2-day hybrid academic conference grappling with some of the most challenging issues in the legal space: DNA ancestry databases, traumatic brain injuries, organ transplantations, and more. It will be held on October 17th and 18th, and it will feature experts from the fields of medicine, dentistry, nursing, forensic science, and law. I am Brendan Doherty.
I'm Betsy Bodwin, and this is the Voice of Duquesne Live.
Hope to see you next Thursday.